on, guys? We're back in the saw shop today. We're going to get out here and run the big bore 372 XP. If you didn't see the last video, I'm going to drop a link in the description for you guys. But we definitely went outside the norm of what I do to these two strokes. Like I said, I've been reading a lot of the two-stroke tuner's handbook and the motocross and off-road performance handbook, and I just got a lot of ideas that have been kicking around, and we did do some stuff to this that I'm a little skeptical on. One, we got epoxy in the exhaust roof. I just didn't like the numbers. I thought the exhaust roof was sitting a little too high. And we brought that down and cut the base on this thing. Not with a lathe, with the hand file that's in the other video. And we brought the squish down to 27 thousandths. It's got a pop-up piston in it, 52 mil. And it's running good from just revving it up. So we're going to get out here. I'm going to break it in a little bit, get these rings seated in. Crazy high compression on this thing, crazy high. I can't pull it over without the decomp. I mean, I could try, but I feel like something's going to break in the starter clutch side. So I just go ahead and hit it and make life easier. But I got the tachometer hooked up to this thing, so we're going to see what this thing is doing for RPM, see where it's you know, liking to get on the pipe at, and seeing where it's liking to cut at. And let's get out there and see if this thing's going to hold up, and we're going to try to get it in some wood. It's slim pickings out here right now, but I'll try to find something. Let's fire this thing up. All right, guys. Let's give her one more heat cycle and play around with this high jet. I know she's a little rich. She's a little fat up top for sure. Oh my gosh, did you see that? I think we'll get a little more RPM. Oh yeah. 10-2 there. It's about where I want it. All right, guys, let's go try her out. Dude, this thing is running, bro. In here. I ain't gonna complain with that. 100% this blade could be a little sharper. want to say this thing is absolutely ripping. I did think it was going to be a little bit better low to mid, which it still is. It's like it's in its power range, anywhere between like probably peak power curves probably around 10 or 11, maybe heading towards doing a pretty good climb around 98. And you know, I did stop the bar a few times, but as soon as you get it up on the pipe, man, it's boring through wood, and the throttle response is better than the first 2 port jobs I did on this thing, which were smaller displacement, you know, the stock bore, and they didn't have throttle response like that. So I'm gonna put some fuel in this thing, and we will put some oil in it too, and get back out here and rip a little more. It's pretty impressive. I'm getting ready to do some firewood all next week with this thing, so I'm hoping it holds up, guys. I did take it a little bit on the leaner side to try to get some more RPM and more power out of it a few times here, and I think I got it about dialed. It might be hair on the lean side. There's that fine line between rich and lean. I have to mess with it a little more, guys, but it's absolutely ripping, dude. All right, she's filled back up with oil and gas. Let's see how she does, guys. That's with a dull blade. It is ripping. Alright, I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the RPM here. That was just about 13,000 in the cut. This rotten crap, I know. That was about 11,000. It's about its happy place. 10, 11,000. I mean, she is absolutely freaking making power, dude. There's no doubt about it. Amateur, I know. All right, guys. So yeah, we're back in here. The old girl, she survived. So she did. How long, I don't know, but it's fun. It is. It really is, guys. I lose sleep over this stuff. I'll be honest with you, I do. I'm thinking about, like, how can I get better? What can I do next? And I was thinking, I'm just going to experiment. That's basically what we did on this big board here. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see how long that epoxy holds up. We cut the base. It's got killer high compression. Did it do what I thought? No, it didn't. I might have widened the exhaust too far. Maybe, and maybe that's why the power band went up a lot higher than I thought. It was at 10 to 11K around peak power. I did a lot of test cutting, a little bit off camera with the tachometer, and I did get in the dirt a little bit, guys. So I didn't have the sharpest chain out there, that's for sure. It was still cutting, but basically this is just a test, guys. Okay, it's the only way to learn. I'm going to be doing more grinding on this bigger stuff. Like I've said in previous videos, I'm starting here to get there. I love chainsaws, guys. Don't get me wrong. But what I want to do is get into the MX stuff, guys. 100%. It's just a matter of getting there. But anyhow, I'll bring you guys along for the learning process and just experimenting. I totally got ideas coming forth, guys. How long this holds up, I don't know. Did it do what I wanted it to? Absolutely not. It did in some aspect, I'll be honest. In some aspect it did. But I thought I was going to be down around 7 to 9K with really retarding those port numbers. This came stock at 162 duration. It's pretty aggressive, I thought, Maybe I'm not thinking right for these 372s. I know they're screamers. This thing was punching out at 13,000 here or there. I think they have a limiter style ignition coil in there. I'm not 100% on that, guys. But I wasn't worried about that because I was trying to put the power a little bit more low. Now, did widen the exhaust bring my power band up a little bit? Is it the way the exhaust is on this thing? That's all stuff that can be experimented with in my eyes. That's why I now got this tachometer I'm rigging up for these saws, and really taking notes and paying real close attention of how it's hitting peak power and where it's hitting power and where it likes to, how broad the power band is, all that. It's an easy way to keep track of it without having like a dynometer, right? Did we say dynometer? Did we say dyno? I'm really thinking about that, guys. I really would like to have one for dirt bikes one day, maybe, guys. That's a dream. I had one slip up on me. It was a deal of a lifetime about a month ago, and it was for dirt cheap. This guy was closing down, and had I messaged the guy an hour before, I could have got a dyno for $1,000, a motorcycle dyno, and it still haunts me because you don't see them for that. Anyhow, guys, I'm definitely getting distracted, but I have contemplated trying to slap together a dyno. I've actually already got a box of parts over here, from dirt bike hubs to bearings to a scrap bar and stuff I thought about putting together and cutting stuff up and making a chainsaw dyno. We'll see if we get there. I've been contemplating that. You're going to see a lot more of me exploring on this stuff, guys, from chainsaws to two-stroke dirt bikes. Sky's the limit. Obviously, this is definitely more cost-effective, and it's something that I'm into with my father. We do cut firewood, so it doesn't bother me. Yes, it's a lot more dirty. Yes, I would love to dive into my CR back here, or any type two-stroke dirt bike, more so than this. And I'm sorry, it's just what it is, guys. But there's only one way to learn. Sometimes if you want to learn, you got to get down in the dirt, right? But this thing, guys, this thing really did well. Like I say, the power wasn't where I expected it to be when I started running it. And that probably had a lot to do with the widening of the exhaust. let's talk numbers. I could babble on for days about my obsession with two-strokes. But the stock numbers on this was a 99 exhaust roof, and the intake was 74 degrees. The transfers were setting at 128, which put us in a blowdown of 29 degrees, so 162 duration, which I thought was a little aggressive for a big bore, but I guess they want them zinging. And the intake duration was 148. Now what we did, we put the filler in the exhaust roof to put the exhaust roof at 105, and the intake was setting at 76. The transfers were 124, which left us with a little bit lower blowdown than I would like at 19 degrees for putting it down to mid to low, to making it pull long bar, to getting that grunt down there where I kind of wanted it. But I've been reading that, you know, if when these porters are putting this in these computer generated software systems and stuff, that you can actually do calculations to where I think it does achieve more blowdown. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what I've put together from reading the Two-Stroke Tuner's Handbook. I could be absolutely wrong with that. So we had an exhaust duration of 150 degrees, and the intake was setting at 152, lunged. It was the first lung job I did. These other two 372s, I didn't do a lung job. I kind of just widened, maybe took a few thousandths off the floor and raised it a little bit. But I'm starting to like how the lung effect works out, especially on these clamshells. It's been working pretty good for me, the way I do it. And they turn around. If you run one of the stock ones and set them about 150 on the intake and exhaust and lung that intake, they run. Proved me wrong. I've done it quite a few times. I know this is going to drag on forever, but I just wanted to tell you the port timing numbers, you know, on the stock and where we left off, and then of course I've cut the base. I didn't mess with the timing. It didn't seem like I really had to. I think I am going to pull this flywheel off and set it up to where I can go 5, 6, maybe 7 degrees advanced and retarded, just to experiment. So I think I'm going to alter this flywheel or whatever you have to do to this one. I haven't even pulled one of these off yet, so that's soon to come. Guys, I'd like to get another one of these. I'm going to pipe one of these smaller pole ones. I got tons of them, so with the older port numbers, that should run good. Throw a pipe on there. That might be coming soon too, guys. But yeah, I could babble on for days about this, guys. But that's pretty much what happened. It ran a little bit higher in the power curve than I expected, guys. It really was, but it's a learning experience. I just wonder what I would if I wouldn't have widened the exhaust. We ended up at 30.9 millimeters on widening the exhaust, which was pretty close. I think I still have that locked in here, which was pretty close to what I was at with these cylinders, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, about exact. So 30.9 millimeter was how wide I've been going. Had really good response on the stock bore. So maybe that's what took the curve up. Maybe I'll get another one of these guys and try the same thing and see what happens if I don't widen the exhaust, if it brings that power curve down. But anyhow, guys, thanks for watching Digging Deep. There's definitely going to be some more two-stroke coming your way, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, comment down below, and turn on those bell notifications. We'll catch you next time.